And welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. This is the instant match reaction for our 1-1 draw against Leicester. A pretty difficult one to appraise, really. I'm a little hoarse. I'm literally filming this pretty much like full-time whistle blows, turn it off, get this on. So it is literally just a hundred things rolling around my head, really. I mean, it's a last minute equaliser. You know, a last minute goal that means something is always a bit special, and it always kind of adds a bit of a different dynamic to the game, really. But it is quite a difficult one to appraise right now. I think there are positives to take, and I think there are negatives to take. You know, I mean, performance-wise, it's you know, the obvious thing is that pretty much all of the first half we were absolutely shocking, and the better team would have picked us apart in that first half. Yeah, I mean, our next game, of course, is the derby. We go to Anfield like that, and if we play like that in the first 40 minutes, they could genuinely put 6 past us before half time. So that is concerning. Like I say, performance-wise, it wasn't the best today, but that's basically been our whole season, really. But those are the type of games where we don't play well enough, and it ends up punishing us. But we've somehow managed to salvage a draw out of that, and for that, I think you've got to take the positives from it. And other than that, I mean, there were much better chances to score than the one that Richarlison eventually put away. He himself he had 2 better chances to score than that. We have that one in the first half where he basically kicked it across the goal. And pretty much the whole goal, so he might have managed to put it wide. Like, it's almost more impressive that he managed that. And then that free header, which he got all wrong, just completely misjudged it. Got like pretty much came off his shoulder almost, and that was a golden opportunity, that header towards the end. Really should have put that away. But he gets the goal in the end, you know, and that persistence. It's about time that's kind of been rewarded for us, you know. And we haven't. I think that's the first draw we've had under Lampard now, and it's the first draw we've had for a long time. It's like we usually don't pick up points unless we really play well. So that's a push in the right direction. If we can get a few more minimum results like that, then you'd think we'd be all right. But like I say, it's kind of like I say it's difficult to appraise now because, of course, the bigger picture is we don't really know if that's going to be enough yet. And, you know, that could be another one of those games that we look back on at the end of the season if results don't go our way, the remaining results for both us and Burnley. And you start to think, they were there for the taking. You know, this is not a Leicester side of the last few years. You know, this is not a Leicester side that, you know, have been flirting with Champions League places, pushing the top 4, and, you know, basically like disturbing the top 6. That's not been them this season. They're mid-table. They pretty much set mid-table. Their league season's basically over. And it's clear for anyone to say that their energies are focused on Europe and playing in the Conference League and that. So they were there for the taking. It could have been today, I thought. And it's a shame because we didn't really show up. I think you can't really fault the effort of too many of the players. I think we probably got a bit of the system wrong. I think we should have. I'm stunned Danny Van der Beek didn't get on. I don't know if he's like not fit or what, but I'm very surprised that at some of the substitutions. I think bringing on Dele Alli, I could see why he did it. You know, he is more an attack-minded change. You know, we just look so flat up front and like just uninventive, and you think like a little creative spark like that, but that's not Dele Alli anymore, and it just isn't. And I think, you know, that's probably the best look at him we've got so far since he signed in January. Doesn't look fit at all. I think obviously that's the main stumbling, but, you know, he was basically panting after coming on for like 10 or 15 minutes and gave away a stupid foul, got a yellow for that. That could have ended up costing us, you know, and then that sub looks even worse than it already was. I'm not convinced on him at all, and I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen with him because I imagine we're paying him quite a bit. He doesn't start for us, still hasn't made a start for us yet, and he comes on and didn't really make an impact. That's concerning. I would have brought Van der Beek on because, you know, the midfield was flat. Allen in particular, I don't know what was up with him today. he just seemed completely off it. And it was definitely the right decision to bring him off when we did, because him and Delph, all the midfielders, Delph was excellent today again. He's absolutely crazy that our best two players at the moment, form-wise, are Fabian Delph and Alex Iwobi. What the hell is going on with that? Is bizarre. But yeah, they were probably our two best players today. Gordon was sloppy at times, but then really impressive at others. He had a bit of a mixed game today. I thought Mykolenko played well again today, to be fair. Richarlison was okay. I still think, he's been kind of played out of position, so I sympathise him with a bit. And I say he had 3 goal opportunities, finally took one in the end, kept plugging away. I can't really criticise him too much for that. So, yeah, that's basically the situation, really. It's a draw. It feels more like a more valuable draw based on the way we got it, but it's so weird to think that, if we'd scored after 5 minutes and put in the performance that Leicester did, and then Leicester get one in the last minute like that, we'd be it'd feel like a loss. No two ways about it. Strange how football works. And yeah, like I say, I think it's a result. It's a point at the end of the day. It's pushed us a tiny bit further away from the relegation zone. Obviously, Burnley plays tomorrow. We've played a game more than them now, so they try and make up the gap when they play Southampton tomorrow. So fingers crossed Southampton can do the business for us there and kind of help us out a bit. Our next game, I don't think we're getting anything there, let's be honest. Like I say, any sort of draw against Liverpool on Sunday will feel like a win to me, honestly. Just any sort of point. It's horrible to have to say, but it is basically a write-off, let's be honest. They absolutely battered United last night. And I know United were bad, but they were still just brilliant, and they look unstoppable at the moment. Whereas it's not great, is it? Like I say, that first half performance, we go to Anfield, like I mean, it's this slow start again. It's been costing us too many times this season. Not starting games strongly enough, and sometimes we do, and then let in a stupid goal anyway. This time we let in a stupid goal while playing crap. So, that needs to improve. And yeah, like I say, it could have been a lot worse. I think had we not got that goal, this would have been a very different video. That would have been another very damaging defeat. But we managed to get something out of it. Fingers crossed it's enough, and fingers crossed we don't rue this game in a few weeks' time. And I think that's been me. So thank you for watching, guys. Please like if you enjoyed, and if you agreed with what I said, feel free to comment what you thought. If you think it was a much more damaging result than I perhaps made out, then I completely understand your viewpoint. And definitely feel free to say what you think, and subscribe to the Toffee Blues for more Everton content. And we will see you next time. Cheers.